Hello, guys. Welcome to Sporting and Out. And today we'll be talking about the Nigerian Premier Football League, the NPFL. What do you think about the NPFL this week? Yes, week three, we saw exciting football. Ikorodu went away and actually still went to pick up a point against Shooting Stars. A lot of games went down. I will be giving you the scores, the table, and how everything went down. But for me, I actually love the way the game has been going. I like the NPFL. We've always said that the NPFL is the number one league in the world. So let's just keep going. Yeah, for me, yes, NPFL, number one league in the world, is ours. Is the Professional League here in Nigeria, and so we're going to also be talking about there are two teams that in particular that have been drawing games of recent this season, and that's El Kanemi Warriors and Ikorodu City. We saw El Kanemi Warriors holding Ikorodu City down on a 0-0 draw last week, and this week again they held Rivers United, a top side of the NPFL, on a 0-0 draw. So let me be giving you the match week results for match week 3. And Wiki Tourist actually took a 1-0 win. They won Abia Warriors, and that game ended 1-0. Castina United defeated Kano Pillars. That Kano Pillars of Ahmed Musa's Kano Pillars. That game ended 1-0. Enugu Rangers International defeated Plateau United 2-0. Remo Stars defeated Warri Wolves. They handed Warriors their first defeat of the season. That game ended 1-0. Shooting Stars and Ikorodu City. That's the Western Derby. It ended 1-1. So Kwara United defeated Kun Khalifa, the newly promoted Kun Khalifa, 2-0. Niger Tornadoes defeated Bayelsa United 1-0. Barrow FC defeated had a 1-1 draw with Bendel Insurance. El Kanemi held Rivers United on a 0-0 draw, while Eimba uh, held Nasarawa United on a 0-0 draw as well. Yes, Ikorodu City finally recorded their first goal against Shooting Stars, against their former coach, Awero. Awero doing, I don't know what type of job I'll call it for his team in the Ibadan side, in Oluyole side, like they call them. That's the Shooting Stars Sports Club. I actually don't really see really much improvement in that side last season. Maybe because it's still the early days. Our also started just like this for Ikorodu City last season, and we know where they ended up. And don't forget the youngster Shola Adelani scored their only goal in their first goal of the tournament. That's for Ikorodu City. We know what Shola Adelani did last season was Ikorodu City's player of the season last for 2024-2025 season. And yes, we saw what he's doing this season, scoring a goal against Shooting Stars, against his former coach. Yes, it was the best player. He was even awarded the best player. It's on our page where he was given his award in the last home game. Yes. Against the Kanemi Warriors, and actually it's showing that he's a brilliant player. Another player in that particular side that I'm expecting to start bargaining goals maybe from the next game is going to be Musa Malik, and also Joseph Aromala. Joseph Aromala, that I've always he had a lot of prospects. We saw what he did in the preseason, but a lot of people have been saying that this you cannot compare preseason. Say some other people too in the European sides that you know see as Doku play for preseason. People have been saying all that. They've been saying a lot of. I think he needs to prove himself by scoring the goals. First game was 0-0. Second game was 0-0. Third game also a draw, a 1-1. Getting a goal in that particular game, that's actually a very good, important goal for them. One question I need to ask is: do you think Ikorodu City can sustain that prolific style of football they actually played last season, given the fact that they've drawn their first 3 games? We know the last season they lost their first 3 games and they still ended up in the top 4 slots in the NPFL.
Yeah, they had a very poor start last season, and that's actually trying to repeat itself. This issue is repeating itself this season. I think if they can get one win from their next game, their next home game, I think they can start the spark of what the vision of Ikorodu City. We heard from their head coach one of these days. The goal is actually to just stay
in the league.
In the league. Just stay in the league and start thinking of top 3 or top 4 very, very.
Yeah, you know how Remo Stars actually started. They came from relegation. After getting back into they finished fourth. Then they finished second,
Yeah.
second, then first.
So for me, what do you actually think about this and another game? That is Katsina United versus Kano Pillars. Kano Pillars have not really started. They've not started well this particular season. They were defeated by Katsina United, a northern derby. That Ahmed Musa's side. Is there a problem in that particular team?
Yeah, I don't really think there's a problem in that particular team. But don't forget, Castina United actually changed a lot of their players this season, because you will notice that the players that are playing for Castina United this season are not majorly the players that played them for them last season. Yeah. They integrated a lot of new players, and a lot of fresh legs are coming into that game. Yeah. And I think that's what helped them in that game.
Yes, I'll actually be telling you guys the table now. So Remo Stars are proving what they did last season. That's continuing from where they stopped. They are topping the table with 7 points. Wiki Tourist also have 7 points. Bayelsa United has 6 points. Warri Wolves have 6 points. Katsina United FC have 6 points. Niger Tornadoes have 6 points. El Kanemi Warriors that drew their game. They've drawn 2 games. They won one of their games. Now they have 5 points. Rivers United have 5 points. Eyimba has 5 points. Those are the Kwara United are number 10. Number 10 with Rangers International and number 11. Kwara United are number 10 with 4 points. Rangers International also have 4 points. Nasarawa United number 12, they have 4 points. Ikorodu City number 13. I think that's actually a good position, knowing that the fact that they've actually made some mistakes, and they are actually still unbeaten this particular season. Let's see if it's going to continue. That's they are 13th. They have 3 points. Abia Warriors has 3 points. Shooting Stars Sports Club has 2 points. Bendel Insurance 2 points. And then we'll now move to the relegation battle side. That's Barawu FC, the newly promoted side. That's 17th on the table. That's they have 2 points. Kano Pillars. I actually mentioned that Kano Pillars had a very, very poor start. They've only recorded a point in this particular season. Kun Khalifat, a newly promoted side. I think the NPFL have started showing these boys that you just came, and I think they are already showing them what NPFL is. Yeah. Kun Khalifat are actually with 1 point, and the last on the table that have not recorded any points with -4 goals is Plateau United FC. They've lost all 3 of their previous games. What do you think about Remo Stars being the top of the table?
Yeah, Remo Stars being on the top of the table is just an amazing feat for them, because we know what Remo Stars did last season, and we know what their players are trying to do this season. I think the goal for Ijabo, that's coach Ogumodide, is to win the league again, because they've gotten everything. Let's just even see when the continental game starts. I hope that won't affect that team, because that team is that CAF Champions League. I think that league in particular always destabilize some of those teams that actually play in that. Let's just see what's going to happen this season. I just hope Remo Stars actually reach a very fast stage in the continental cups.
So we have some certain topics that we're going to be discussing. We'll be dissecting in this particular video. But before we do that, we'll be telling you the match day 4 fixtures. It's going to be starting on Saturday. On Saturday, that's Bendel Insurance versus Niger Tornadoes, and then on Sunday, we'll be giving that's on the 14th. The rest of the teams are going to be playing. That's Abia Warriors will be playing Katsina United. Rivers United will be playing Shooting Stars. Nasarawa United will take on Wiki Tourist. Kun Khalifat, the newly promoted side, will be taking on El Kanemi Warriors. El Kanemi Warriors, we see what they did against Ikorodu City and also against their opponents in the previous games. We know that they can really hold the ball and they can play from the back. So actually, the next set of games I will be giving you are still on the 14th. That's Sunday, 4 o'clock. That game is going to be between Bayelsa United versus Eyimba. Eyimba traveling to Bayelsa to take on that game. Kano Pillars are at home against Enugu Rangers. Warri Wolves are at home against Kwara United. Plateau United are going to be hosting Remo Stars, and Ikorodu City will be taking on Barao. Let's see if Ikorodu City can record their first win at home.
Yeah, like we always say, if you are close by to any home stadium, please just go and watch the games, because these players are playing for you. They are playing for the fans. These players want you to be there. And yes, we'll be at Oniko Stadium to actually watch the game, Ikorodu City versus Barrow FC. So right now, the topic of the day, let's just talk about this topic. It's a very delicate topic, and in the Nigeria Premier Football League, we're seeing an advancement, whereby we're seeing 12 teams out of 20 have a chest sponsor. What do you think about that new development?
Yes, it actually shows that the NPFL is actually receiving the recognition that it's meant to receive. We see that there has been improvement in the last 3 or 4 seasons. We saw RFI actually signing with Kano Pillars this last season, yes, in a multi-million naira deal. We see different teams. Ikorodu City they have chest, they have shoulder, they have training kit sponsors. They have
They even have
all
car
round,
sponsors that will be transporting them
to different places. So the sponsorship is actually coming up in Lagos. We've seen that in Remo actually has their own sponsor. They have Value Jet. They have all the other sponsors. They have Best Niger that has also always been sponsoring them for a while now. And actually, we can actually say it's a very good improvement.
Yes.
12 teams out of 20, meaning people are actually watching these games. Yes. And with the addition of this particular sponsors coming in, it shows that these sponsors are actually going to be showing their own audience to this particular
and
games,
it's also bringing revenue to the club, because this is why the clubs are living. This is why the clubs are being are existing, because if you don't have a sponsor, it's just like let me just throw a slight shade on Chelsea. Chelsea has been sponsorless for the past like 2 seasons, and they know what they feel, because it's their owners that now take that broad for that sponsorship. They have to fund their clubs.
It's extra revenue. We know that
for them.
Those money can be used to pay salaries. It can be used to upgrade player salaries. It can be used to even I think we need to go past the chess sponsorship. We need to start signing players into this particular
into these brands.
Yeah, it's not only like now we've seen the ones in the likes of Real Madrid. It's their players that normally do these adverts for these betting companies that are normally that are their sponsors. So we need Nigerian players to actually feature in all these ads,
and
so that we can actually know them.
And also for those that don't have sponsors, I think brands should actually, because the NPFL is one of our own league. It's ours. It's something that is around the world. You can if you talk about the NPFL, you speak about the NPFL first, before you even speak about the EPL in Nigeria. So that's just it, and it's being televised right now. If you let's just say they are wearing your brand or your jersey with their your brand name on it, it's going to give you more publicity. It's going to give you more vision. Many people will know you, and more popularity. The next topic we're going to be talking about is about one player in particular, and that is Utom Goswill. 3 games, 2 clean sheets, and 1 goal conceded. What do you think about that player.
Yes, that means that it was the one goal he considered was just in one of the games, two clean sheets. Let's
Yeah, and
see.
he plays for Wiki Tourist.
Yes,
newly promoted side.
Yeah, newly promoted side. Let's just see if he's going to be able to sustain it. It's not realistic for a keeper not to concede goals.
Yes.
But it's actually Ikorodu City's goalkeeper too was on a two-match clean sheet before he considered against Shooting Stars. That's his former.
And I think the goal he considered just one goal as well.
Just one goal as well. So they are actually in the same boat, on the same shoes. But the reason why we're talking about him is because he's a newly promoted goalkeeper and showing experience in this particular.
And Ikorodu City are no longer the babies of the house. I think Wiki Tourists now, you can call them the babies because they are just coming in and being integrated.
They are just coming in, but this is not their first season.
Yes.
I think Kun Khalifa can be called the baby of the house this particular season. And I actually know that this season, this is a new good development. At least we're keeping clean sheets, and at least that this particular keepers can be relied on. And maybe one of these days, the Nigerian Super Eagles would actually call them.
Yeah, yes, we're talking about Nigeria Super Eagles. We'll definitely, let's just soon see what these players have to play. And I'm just rooting for any of them to just win the Golden Glove because with this type of performance, you will definitely get the Golden Glove.
Yes, we know that Nigerians have good goalkeepers. We saw what Harcourt, the youngster from Sporting Lagos, did at the Chan. He was the only keeper that didn't concede. Nigeria
first start at the Chan, first clean sheet, first everything. He made history for Nigeria.
And he was just so young, just 15 years plus, and doing that at that level.
Yeah, I think congratulations to him. I think we'll be wrapping up our show today with that. And don't forget, you can bet on OneXBet using our promo code Sporting Announce, SPORTINANDOUT, Sporting Announce. You will just go to the website, click on register. When you reach the place where you put referrals, you put Sporting Announce, SPORTINANDOUT, Sporting Announce. Don't forget this ad is strictly 18 plus. If you are not 18, please don't bet, and please bet responsibly. Thank you guys for watching today's episode. Please like, share, and subscribe.